Bystanders on the Newsstand. I'm Christian Chukwu here with you. Again, it's a day that the Lord has made, that we will rejoice and be glad in it. We are saying welcome to all our viewers and reviewers all over the world. Let's go back to the newspaper headlines we have this morning. The news making the rounds this morning. We have the Sun, the Daily Sun, and also the Daily Trust newspaper. On the Daily Sun, we have the headline, the main headline: Nigeria's existence under threat. Nigeria's existence under threat. This is from the senators. They say country under siege from murderous non-state actors. That is, the country is under siege from non-state actors. And they're also saying that 70% of illegal weapons in Africa is being found in Nigeria. 70% of illegal weapons in the whole of Africa is found in Nigeria. At the top part of the Sun, we have 2023 Southeast will produce President vows Ohaneze. Southeast will produce President vows Ohaneze. They are saying talks is going on with leaders of other geopolitical zones. At the down part of the Sun newspaper, we have governors fixed May 21 to implement financial autonomy for state assemblies. Judiciary. Recall that the judiciary has been on strike and they are fighting for autonomy for the judiciary. You look at the picture where Osa Bar Forum and they are going on the walk protesting that the judiciary be given autonomy. And by the side of the paper, we see Sanwo-Olu signs bill to establish Lagos Anti-Corruption Commission. Sanwo-Olu, Lagos State Governor, signs a bill to establish Lagos Anti-Corruption Commission. And at the bottom part, FG seeks Rivers partnership in harnessing minerals and ask Wike wants states to develop minerals, pay royalty. Governor Wike is saying that states should develop their mineral resources so that they can pay royalty to federal government. Now, the Daily Trust. Can we trust the Daily Trust? Inflation, Nigerians grown as food prices skyrocket. Nigerians are growing as food prices have skyrocketed. They say food inflation now 22.95% from the National Bureau of Statistics, that is the NBS. They are saying food inflation now 22.95%. Workers lament static pay amidst price hike. Workers are lamenting static pay amidst price hike. Look at the top. Expect judicial autonomy next month, governors. Governors are saying that expect judicial autonomy next month. That is, in the month of May, we should expect that the judiciary will be autonomous from the federal and the legislature. Now, 5 killed as gunmen attack police headquarters in Anambra. 5 killed as gunmen attack police headquarters in Anambra. That's what we have for you today for the news headlines this morning. It's unfortunate. Yesterday in Abia State and Anambra, there were gunmen attacks and policemen were killed. The stations were burnt down, and it's so unfortunate. Let's move over to our reviewers this morning. They are here with us, and I have with me Mr. Chigozie. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Christian. How are you doing?
It's a wonderful time.
Good morning, esteemed viewers.
Yeah, okay. Nigeria's existence under threat. The senators are saying that Nigeria's existence is under threat, alleging that 70% of illegal weapons is found in Africa is found in Nigeria. You comment on that?
Well, if that is a conviction, well, I think there is time for everything. There have been the problem why Nigeria is what it is today. They have been the beneficiary of this flawed system. You see, and they are poor managers. If they are true representative of the people, Nigeria wouldn't have been this way. But they get there to gratify their selfish interests at the expense of the masses, who gave them the platform, the opportunity to probably to have served the people. But the reverse become the case. They get there, they form secret courts and forget about the people, only to return back to the people after an elective period of 4 years, seeking for another mandate from the people. So if they should make this assertion at this time, is because they have been overwhelmed. And unfortunately, they say that when there is a vision, the people perish when there is no vision. But when there are visions and there is no people to execute such visions, this vision suffers defeat, dies off.
Does Nigeria have a vision?
That is what I'm trying to tell you. Unfortunately, I have to spend over 3 hours here yesterday. I had another engagement before rushing down to here to meet up with the program. And unfortunately, you didn't upload my own interview with you. So if that is an aspect, the fundamental problem with Nigeria, they don't know how to manage human resources. You should have told me over time, this is just a repeat of what has been going on. And you don't care about how people feel. It's quite unfortunate. We're making sacrifices and we shouldn't be taken for granted. And I expected somebody to have told me, look at what happened, and I'm an understanding someone. Rather than coming here, I was so annoyed that it seems you take somebody's effort and the sacrifice for granted. Of course, the viewers has remained my greatest motivation. That notwithstanding. So you have to do that in next time. That is exactly the problem of Nigeria. Poor management. I'm a graduate member of Nigerian Institute of Management. People who should fix the economy, who should fix the country, we are not given the opportunity to do that. Unfortunately, most of those within the Senate chamber, they are just riffraff. They have nothing to offer. You can see during the plenary, most of them doze off. You see, only waiting to echo the votes. How could a country be run? A country of this, dimension, of this plurality. We have different ethnic nationalities. We have so many problems bordering on our continued existence as a people, and you only take decisions based on voice votes. How do you expect things to work out? So for them making such assertion is unfortunate, that we get to a point we never desired, and this is just the morning. And my people said Obuna Arubafo Oburu Omenala. And Nigeria, of course, we've been overrun and overtaken by impunity. And that becomes a normal norm, where the senators could even canvass for hardship allowance, while all their arrears were paid off in advance during the lockdown, during the pandemic. And they were still demanding for hardship allowance. Why the teeming masses are left at the expense of hunger, at the expense of, whatever happens to them. Everybody to himself, and God for us all. When you are dull, let the devil take you.
Okay, Southeast will produce president, Vows Ohanese, 2023. They are saying that Southeast is going to produce the president. How realizable do you think that is?
Well, it is very funny to make quick assumption on this position.
You think they are very sure?
You see, for me, do you still expect, based on what is happening, that 2023 is visible? You can see the rate of bombarding, the rate of blowing across the Nigerian states.
The senators are lamenting also.
What are they lamenting for? They probably were lamenting because of the shortfall. They are not able to, there is no other place to borrow money, so that they keep on sharing. You can see the governor of Edo State alleged them to have printed over 60 billion in order to share. for allocation. You see, that is an indication. That's why they are crying. They are not crying because Nigerians are passing through hard time, difficult time. They are crying because it is now, they are now perceiving, feeling the heat of this state of insecurity. And there is no hiding place for them.
As an Igbo man, do you see presidency for the Igbo as the next thing?
Look, we are not talking about presidency. Presidency can never solve the problem of Nigeria. I told you that in my own dialect, they say that Aruba for Oburu Omenala. You see, the fundamental problem bedeviling us is not presidency. It's decay in the system. We don't have system. We don't have workable system. Irrespective of whosoever, look at the United States of America. Donald Trump left office and Biden succeeded him. And things are still moving on smoothly, at least relatively smoothly. And people are still enjoying the dividends of democracy. Because of the system, it's not about Trump, it's not about Biden, it's not about whosoever is there. As far as America is, it's about the system. They have been able to build a formidable system where you can have tolerance, where the economy could be driven based on ingenuity. That is what we are calling for. If though an Igbo man mistakenly becomes the president, nothing will go well with this country. A country that shed her own citizens' blood on a daily basis. Look at what's happened. And people are becoming restive with the lesser development. People who has been a victim of this gross misconduct on the part of the government, who has been victim of dejection, victim of assault, victim of course, gruesome murder. People who has been bereaved as a result of illegal and injustice meted out to their own people are now reacting in a more violent way because they have not been addressed and the government does not care about them. They are now taking law into their hands. Look at yesterday, you see what's happening in Izakoli, Abia State, right? Anambra, okay. Where they blow up the police station. Police was meant to protect the life and property. But the reverse has been the case. And we are just reaping what we have sown over the years as a result of the decay in our system and decay in our security architecture, which have left us with no other option than to resort to self-defense. And people are no longer happy with the system. Because you can't tell me you killed my brother, you wasted my sisters, you raped my mother to death, and you want me to look you the same way? It is impossible. Okay. So I will do whatever within my reach to, of course, retaliate. Okay, now, and that is the position we are.
Now, Nigerians grown as food prices skyrocket because there's inflation, increasing food prices. Nigerians are groaning. Is there any panacea to this problem we're having if it continues?
Yes, the only panacea is antidote to this situation is to keep on looking unto God, because we have no other source of consolation as far as this country is concerned. You can imagine what if a family man is passing through. Maybe you have a family of 5 or a family of 3. Under this present situation, even a 20,000 naira cannot take you through the week. If you have to feed, I mean, not just feed well, you want to manage your ration. It is quite unfortunate. Things are escalating, things are, skyrocketing. The prices of services, the prices of food, the basic commodities in this present country. Now, if you can't feed your own citizen, how do you expect to extend to other international communities? That is, and we have agro-based ecosystem, climate, but yeah, we go hungry. because of the stupid government we have. It's quite unfortunate.
Okay, we are depending on God. That's what you're saying.
Yes, we depend on God, and why I say on God, God will always make provisions. Irrespective, but we cannot continue in this way. We must take our destiny in our hands so that we can preserve the future of the unborn generation. So we can build a system where they will desire, where they will be grateful that people before them did the right thing. We're able to fix the economy. We're able to make life conducive and meaningful for them. You see, most people, youths, are taking their lives. And I will advise that that is not the best option. You see, they say that tough time, of course, does not last, but tough people do. Until we stand up to the occasion, I commend the Yoruba women who, of course, about 1,000 of them who visited the Oni of Ife and every other Obas, sensitizing them of the need to have their own nation. And they have made their decision known, and I highly commend them for taking the lead. And that lead should be sustained. The tempo should be sustained until we get the right place, which is Oduduwa Nation. And of course, Biafran Nation is imminent.
Okay,
and I will be very grateful
Wonderful.
to have a country of my own where I will be proud
Wonderful.
to be called a Nigeria.
Thank you very
I
much.
know you are not sure. You are not proud being a Nigeria. Oh, God bless you. I've been vindicated. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we look for a country where we can be proud to be called a citizen and to identify with the system. There is no other time to build it now or never.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chikos. A wonderful one. We have Mr. Matthew, the erudite, the emeritus.
Good morning.
Pastor Matthew.
Good morning.
I want you to respond to Nigeria's existence under threat. Senators are saying 70% of illegal weapons in Africa is found in Nigeria. What do you project?
Actually, it's a statement of fact. It is true that the Nigerian government or Nigeria as an entity is facing multifarious existential threats. And it ranges from one system of insecurity to another. Look at the nature of insecurity in Nigeria. It is multifarious. Almost every geopolitical zone has its own peculiar nature of threats. Look at the Northeast. Northeast is ravaged by insurgency. And this has existed and persisted for more than 9 years now. Look at what is happening in the Middle Belt. Look at the clashes between herders and host communities. Look at all the effort of Benue in particular, Benue government in particular, to mitigate that clashes. Look at the reaction that is coming from Fulani herdsmen. Look at what is happening currently in the southeast. Look at the nature of arson, murder, killing being perpetrated in the southeast currently.
Unknown government.
Unknown government anyway. Then look at south. To an extent, there is relative peace in the south. Now, the issue is in all of these, I think the government is the cause of these existential threats. If the corporate existence of Nigeria is under threat, the government is the one causing it. The reason is not far-fetched, because the approach of governance or this present administration is fueling insecurity.
What happened?
The approach is this. In Nigerian constitution, there is a federal character. And what that federal character envisages is, if you give a position, it has to reflect geographical spread. And the reason of that, the people that wrote the constitution knew that if you scale people out of scheme of things, it will have reaction. And the consequence of the reaction is part of what we are witnessing. Because take for instance the security architecture of this country. From the chief of defense staff, chief of army staff, chief of naval staff, IG of Police, Director of DSS, National Security Advisor, name it, is about 13 positions. None of them is from the southeast. So by our standard, they do not have that sense of belonging. And if anybody is coming to any potential or any youth in that region advancing an opinion that has to do with secession, that threatens the corporate existence of Nigeria, they will easily buy into it because the government fails to do the needful. Then look at the general level of insecurity. Look at approach of federal government towards addressing this myriad of insecurity. Often than none, this country have been more polarized than any other time. And there is that general belief that this government has sympathy for Fulani more than any other ethnicity. The other time, a Fulani warlord in Oyo State, in the person of Wakili, who people have complained severally, and police have not been able to arrest him. Some members of OPC arrested him, took him to the station, and the police detained those OPC members. Before I knew it, they were charged to court on allegation of murder. I'm not saying anybody should take to crime, but the circumstance surrounding their being arraigned speaks volume of a country that operates on double standard. At the time they were being arraigned, the same Wakili was taken to hospital for treatment. So what I'm saying is, this government, the way they are piloting the affairs of governance, is fueling secession.
So what should the senators do if the existence of Nigeria is under threat? What should the senators, what should they do?
What they should do is clear, but it's unfortunate that in the Nigerian system, everybody is afraid of Mr. President. It's unfortunate. What they needed to do is to ensure that they make a resolution and pass vote of no confidence on the executive as a way of putting pressure on them to do the needful. The way it stands, even if you pass all through the rigor of constitutional amendments, maybe the Senate have amended the constitution, you have concurrence from the House of Representatives, it goes back to the respective 36 states, because you need to take majority from 36 states before you go back to the president for assent. Even at that, you equally need the presidential assent to make it a law. So see that the whole country is at the whims and caprices of Mr. President, and the country have made it so. Unfortunately, Jonathan had the opportunity to correct that anomaly, but he squandered that opportunity. Because before Jonathan left office, there was a constitutional amendment that removed that burden of presidential assent from a bill passed by the National Assembly before it becomes law. But Jonathan refused to assent to that bill. The Senate under David Mark was trying to override him because as National Assembly, it's after passing a law, a bill, and the president refused to assent to it, there's a duration they can override Mr. President. But instead of Mr. Jonathan to allow them, override him, he took them to court. That case was pending in court before he left office. So the way it stands, if Jonathan had allowed them, override him and make that a law, today if there is a bill that is passed by the National Assembly, he needed not to go to Mr. President for assent before it becomes a law. Okay. And that is an impediment. Because no matter the time, the resources you now spend on constitutional amendments, if the president refuses to assent to it, all the time and resources is wasted.
That is a wonderful one. Okay, Southeast will produce president, Vows Ohanese. Southeast will produce president. The Igbos, is presidency what they really need now?
In the real sense of it, an Igbo president is not going to be different from a Jonathan president that never saw any meaningful development in the South. It's not going to be different from an Obasanjo presidency that never bring any meaningful development to the Southwest. It's not going to be different from anything from a Buhari government that didn't bring anything to the North, Bayelsa in particular, Katsina in particular. Now, but however I look at it, they need that presidency to assuage the mind of the people, to placate the people. Because the way it stands, there is that feeling of marginalization. Not just feeling, but it in real terms there is marginalization of the Southeasterners. Because if you look at the ethno-religious imbalances, crisis that gave rise to civil war, that's very much inherent in Nigerian system. It's not been addressed. So until you address it, you are not going to see a Nigeria that people are cohabiting, coexisting without trying to coerce people. And no matter how you look at it, you cannot coerce people through the barrier of gun to live together. You cannot have peace using that approach. People have to willingly coexist. So what I'm saying is, the government, if they want Nigeria to move forward, one, it's a good thing if the presidency comes from Southeast come 2023. That notwithstanding, there is no law. I mean the constitution of Nigeria that say you must, because the presidency must go to this particular geopolitical zone in this dispensation. But for purpose of understanding, for purpose of equity, for purpose of giving everybody sense of belonging, I think it's good if all the major political parties should bring their set light towards the Southeast and get a candidate from there.
Do you think the presidency will assuage the fighting for Biafra?
Definitely, there are some it will assuage. Because in the Southeast, just like any other geopolitical zone, there are the political class, the political gladiators. So to an extent, if you allow an Igbo man become the president, there are some category of people it will assuage their mind. There are some people who are already bent on secession. To those ones, they are not ready to accept anything presidency. But however I look at it, an Igbo presidency with that tension to a very great extent.
Thank you very much. Okay, now, inflation, Nigerians grown as food prices skyrocket. Are you being affected by inflation?
If you see the way Nigeria is being run, it is because all attention is focused on crude oil. Nigeria is a mono economy the way it stands today. Cast your mind back to when Nigeria started as a sovereign state. The economy was built on agriculture. And any economy that is built on agriculture is one that is sustainable. But over the years, since the discovery of oil and the money that comes from oil is easy, all attention will be shifted from agriculture to crude. And today, any crisis in the oil sector, Nigerian economy will crash. That is the reason we are having this crisis. But I think what the government needs to do is to start redirecting efforts, start redirecting resources, start looking at how to build agriculture again. Because the way it stands, Nigeria is in for a very big crisis. A situation where, look at what the Edo State governor said the other day, that the CBN printed 60 billion as part of what they shared in fact for March. What does that tell you? It is not out of place in the first place for CBN to print currency, because CBN through Nigerian Security and Maintenance Press have the mandate to print currency. But the argument is, for what purpose are you printing? If you are printing for the purpose of equity to banks, to companies, to rescue them in the case of distress, is acceptable. But if you are printing for consumption, you are going to increase inflation. So if you continue the trend of printing, the naira at a point will become valueless. So what we are saying is, if we have to arrest the economic downturn, what we need to do is for the government to start redirecting attention towards agriculture. And unfortunately in Nigeria, the way money is being expended is not prudent. That is why I saw the petition Adeboye wrote against a construction company. Though at the level of investigation at the Senate, the person that represented Adeboye apologized, because the apology was that the money he accused them of paying the contractor, that it was not paid as at when Buhari came to office. That money was perhaps paid under Jonathan. But the argument is not whether the money was paid or not. The argument is that this money, the contract was initially awarded for about 600 and something million naira. And when Adeboye will execute that project, he executed the project with about 188 million. So look at the difference. So that tells you the wasteful nature of spending of government. If government can award contract for 600 million An individual execute that same contract, that same project, deliver it for 188 million. Look at the difference. What does that tell you? It tells you that by the time they award contract, so much of that fund goes into private pockets.
You are saying they should direct for that area.
What I'm saying is that they should be prudent in their spending. And again, they should cut costs of governance. I do not see any reason, any need we should be running full-time legislature. I think our legislative arm of government should be running on part-time basis. Other million they collect as security constituency allowance, their salary, it is being wasted. So what I'm saying in essence is the government should redirect action towards agriculture to revamp the agricultural sector of the country.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Matthew, the erudite emeritus. Mr. Sunday, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Fine.
I heard you saying that Ohaneze, Igbos don't need presidency.
Oga, leave all those Ohaneze. Those are politicians. They talk with the good people chop. Because they are not talking the mind of the people. Nobody know them. You don't understand? So they are just talking there. 95% of Igbo people will know one president. Because president, which one different from Jonathan? Jonathan went from South. When he be president, he not that they bring Boko Haram. To start to spoil Jonathan name. All of them conspire against him. All the governor not conspire. And you are telling me, they are not the open. Those ones are just mere politicians. They are fighting for what they will eat. So they are not fighting for the Igbo that are wise, that know what they are looking for. The one that know what they are looking for. Organa divination.
What are you looking for?
Divination. Let them divide the country. What are we still fighting for? No need to fight. Even this was and then they cause them. Because Buhari himself, una president on his own have already divided this country. Because that's why he was telling us yesterday, say we and Niger go work together. We Niger, where are the whole Fulani herdsmen? They don't carry them from Niger come here to come to kill our people, to take over. That's why immediately the man win president election, he run come Nigeria to come meet in Kuko partner. They are evil partner. When not they know they value their citizens.
It should be a normal thing. It should be a normal thing.
Okay, no be them we want. If Buhari want partner, make partner with people who get sense. Like America, China, even Britain are quarrel. Those ones saying avoid me. All those Israel, Russia. Let them partner Russia. Those ones get sense. Who be Niger? Who know them? Okay, you see all those African leaders. The problem Nigeria is passing through, their hand is there. Look at Badagry Road. It's ECOWAS that supposed to do that road. How many years? That road, if you carry new motor go there, you go just go home, go do fasting and prayer because your motor will spoil for there. The road no good. Only what you go to see there na checkpoint, police. This one, what did they find? They no fit tell them say road no good.
But without the political class in Igbo land, you cannot have Biafra.
Oh God, I'm not talking about politics. Biafra is not politics. Biafra is agitation. Everybody are agitating for what they want. Many countries have agitated. Even what to do now. Look at what happened in Oyo or Sunday or Saturday. Some former senators joined the agitation. Some former leaders, local government chairman joined. But for Igbo, they swear when they swear for them. They swear they follow all these mumu senators where they get for there. That's why senator will tell Nigeria that Nigeria is under what?
Yes.
Under say to break up, and we will know 2021 self if Nigeria escape 2021 not to break up again means the God still like the country because small means the God like the country because the problem Buhari and Anko the thing wey they don cause for this country e don reach human divide am everybody go your way Aruwa go your own me I no dey human fear anybody I don talk my own other na die you understand look at those ones they dey wear suit dey protest dem wey suppose push Buhari comot for 2019 election they dey there collect money now the governor wey dey don collect money dey go pass wrong judgement now the thing don dey fight dem back dem dey protest who are dem protest the judicial autonomous will it favour me and you only favour dem they are looking for what to I no want let them anything wey dem go do wey me I go support them let them go and sit down back and pass and make a judgement whether Buhari no be win 2019 election because the confusion all of them judicial wey Tanko Mohammed their leader say no dey the chief justice of Nigeria e no dey again we no get is some group of people ruling chief justice of Nigeria now that one whether they don die abi they don send am go coma we no know They see this vacancy as a day like that. Now only one Nigeria they hear that kind of thing. Nobody want talk. You know that, and that's how we're going to continue for this blindness. The blindness of Nigeria is too much. What we want now divide. Oduduwa go, because if Fulani no get anything to fight for, only what they are fighting for is how the headsmen go there in charge of Yoruba land, how the headsmen go there in charge of Igbo land, and as they have conquered the whole Hausa. Before we hear Hausa Fulani, but now Hausa Fulani again. The real Fulani now have take over because they don't wipe those one come off for road. They have take over the north. Their target is how to take over Yoruba land, take over Igbo land. The way they take over the north. The Fulani people, that is their target. And I want to tell them that their target go by fire for them. Any question they have, make a talk.
Nigerians grown as food prices skyrocket. Nigerians grown as food prices skyrocket.
Okay.
Are you affected? Are you also affected?
Well, am I not affected? No, I dey produce food now. I dey produce food.
Yeah, big man.
Since Buhari come out, he tell Nigeria that they want to invest money into agriculture. What have Nigeria produced as food that we will eat? They have never produced anything at all.
Produce rice.
Which rice?
From the north.
Which rice? From the north. Where you know future because of stone. Now in Nigeria they produce rice. We can't produce rice. The rice that they produce, they say they invest money into it. Who are those people producing it? They give it to their brother, the northern people. So that they go produce, and the rice, me and you know see them. You dey see them, you dey see the rice. Go buy rice. Is it not when they start producing rice? That's why rice costs. We begin to see increase of food. Rice, bag of rice then is 40,000. Under Jonathan is how much? 8,000. Because of wickedness where they have in their mind towards us. And I don't blame that. I blame this our governor where they here. He tell them to go into agriculture in their own state. Forget this government. Those people. You don't know what is happening in Nigeria. Dangote only Dangote have license to produce cement and other valuable thing in this country. Nobody again can produce cement in this place. They give it to him. They have closed everybody. Everything now they want to take it to the north. That is why the president, the Una president, not be my president, Una president, he had to inform he appoint everybody from the north. Okay, forget Nigeria. This one a country where they aspire. Now they talk which Nigeria? This one a Nigeria. Nigeria now judiciary they cry say they need financial, they protest. Shame no kind them. Nigeria where we say senator don't know what to talk. They cannot sanction the president. They were like 2018. They tell us that they want to pass a law that the president will not leave for a medical treatment in any place again. But it shocked me now again. The president say he went for Easter break. He spent no more 2 weeks before he come back. What do you go find there? We don't know. He said American checkup. All the clinic where they also run, no fit do checkup. That's the insult our daughter. And they are still there following him, following him. And when they come back, some people go, they salute. They salute who? Who are you saluting? You understand? They have insulted this country. They have killed him. They have killed Nigeria with their own hand. They have all these people, those and co, the senator, all the representatives, House of Rep, the governor, all this under their regime. They have spoiled Nigeria, they have scattered Nigeria. What we want, if they cannot divide, okay, I pity our youth. The youth say no get sense. All of them no get sense. Now one Jericho of rice over 2023 they go collect. Many of them they hear me. One Jericho of rice with 500 naira they go collect. And I see some people see they put sticker for moto. Tinubu 2023. This was the best way he carry food where they for stuff for here go give to north. He carry money go give them for north. They are still wearing cap. Wearing put and put sticker say 2023. Now that time we go know whether election go hold or be no go hold. But that all of them. The small answers where Abu Shebi they run. That time everybody na do or die. Shebi na dem talk say election na do or die. Politicians turn out to do or die. I pity our youth. If you no fight for yourself, you're on your own. You understand? Because they may kill you. Not everybody go escape. You understand? Because this one where they come. If you know wake up to fight for their right. If Nigeria will need freedom, no right to fight for themselves, I pity them. Me, I don't talk my own.
That's a wonderful from Mr. Sunday. He's always energetic when he's making his heartfelt. Mr. David, good morning. Good morning.
Morning to you.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
We are just easy for you.
You said? I'm fine.
So, respond to what Sunday is saying about the senators lamenting. lamenting the state of the nation, saying that Nigeria is under threat, and you can just.
I don't understand. Do we have senators?
Yeah,
Which of the senators?
We have senators. All.
Do you know them? I don't know them now.
I know my senators.
Because how can you be defending people you barely come in contact with? People that don't go to Senate, people that don't go to Abuja to represent your interest. So why would they come out and start bamboozling us with lies? I don't know my senator. I don't even want to know them, because what is their use? For me to know them, see, how do they benefit your own life? How do they benefit every Nigerian's life? How do they address the issue going around in the countries? So I don't know my senator. I don't even want to know them. Senators that just go to Abuja and collect 35 million every month. Is that one senator? Senator that their children are no longer in Nigeria. Senator that you cannot go to a senator's house. A senator that has about 78. Where is he getting the money from? From the National Treasury to pay his own aid. As of last week, the Speaker House of Rep, Femi Gbadamamila, has about 198 special assistants. 198 working with him. Is he paying them with his own personal money? Is it not from the National Treasury? And me and you here, you are lamenting hardship, you are lamenting hunger, you are lamenting there's no money. So is that one senator? Now I think there should be even war, so that me.
There should be what?
There should be war, so that me, I can personally kill them.
No.
Which one is no? Which?
With what? Are you going to kill?
If I say it, I'll kill them now. We don't stick. So if I see, so you think now, if I see my senator, what's it called? See, Ademola Yayi, you think I will not market him? Of what is he? Now, the last time I saw my senator was in 2019.
I know you are not serious about this.
I am not serious about what?
Because now, trying to say you are going to market somebody, it can be a serious allegation.
Which serious allegation? The last time I saw my senator was 2019. The last time our senator came down to my constituency was 2019, when he wanted to campaign, and he was busy sharing GoTV. At this place, this stand. That was where the senator came. Senator Solomon Yayi. He shared GoTV. After the man won the election, has he come back to this stand to know how I'm faring? Has he come to know how far? What have he done? Ever since the man left, what has he done to Ogba? Road, common road. Yeah, I not do. Now, the people he gave GoTV, won't they be subscribing for the GoTV? Is it that GoTV that will eat in the money? Is it that GoTV that will pay the house rent? Is it that GoTV that will give them their daily needs? And now you are saying I should not stone him. Of what use? Of what input has he contributed to my life? He's going there to what? To represent me. But now, reverse is the case. They are just going there for their own national interest. And see, I believe at this time, let everybody just pass away. Nigeria would no longer exist, because it can no longer hold at the center. Because of the things happening. Look at now, all the senators now, they are not scared.
So what you want to be done that Nigeria should do right?
You are saying, no. And that, so wait. If Nigeria divide, won't you be happy?
If Nigeria divide, there will be consequences.
What?
There will be
No. Is there no consequences now?
Most of our youth are not ready.
Is there no consequences now? Brother, let me tell you something now. We have about 250 million Nigerians. 250 million, and then you have about 46 million Nigerians who are presently working, who own job. Now, that means about 160 million Nigerians are jobless. Are we not facing the consequences now? What else? See, nobody go tell me say na fish in for sardine. Now today I don't face hardship. I've been facing hardship since when I was born. So that one is not new. So don't say consequences. No, okay, now yesterday there was no light in my house. So that will not be hardship again. So when you want to use words, choose your words carefully. No be say consequences. I've been facing consequences now. Most of us here, we don't have job. What is that one again? Is not consequences. So I believe now at this point, for them to save Nigeria, let everybody part ways, because some few persons cannot be milking the resources of Nigeria, whereby the majority are languishing in poverty. Yesterday you were here when one guy asked me to give him 15 naira because he want to sew a shoe. I give him 15 naira. A full grown up man that could not afford to sew a shoe, he doesn't have money, and you are saying consequences. What again, brother? I believe at this stage now, everything that needs to be done now, let everybody go their region, because these are politicians. They don't have the interest of the masses at us. Okay, how can see in a sensible country, how can a senator be earning 35 million naira, and we have one, and then see, and we have 109 senators. 109 multiply times 35 million. How much is that? Calculate that. Now we have how many? We have 360 House of Rep members now. A member House of Rep earns 25 million now. Calculate 360 times 25 million every month. Is that not our Nigeria budget? Now how much is now remaining for me and you to share? How much?
If it will get to us,
it will not get to us now, because now and the way we are supposed to enjoy dividends of democracy is it not good roads? We have access to loans. We have access to health. We have now as a Nigerian now. Can you walk to any bank there for you to Can you access loan? It is not possible. How many youths now have 1 million in their account? Even if you are working, how much is your salary? How much do you spend? Transport. I said it here. Someone said I should come and work in a petrol station for how much? 15,000 naira. Now, if I to know, now I say out to Ogba, I'll go to Inakpaja to this place every day. How much is that? How much is that? I spend nothing less than 500 naira. Won't I eat now? And you want to pay me 15,000 naira? Is that one? So how do I cope? Tell me. How do I cope? Yesterday, I went to Keja. A guy climbed MTN mass. He wanted to commit suicide. It was we passerbys that was not donating money for him just to come down, because he said life is too hard. My brother, Nigeria is hard. See, for you to live in Nigeria, it is not easy. Kudos to us living in Nigeria. Somehow we dey pass through hell. We know what it takes. Nothing is working.
Now inflation, food prices are high. Food prices are high now. Nigerians are complaining. There's electricity problem there, and there is you cannot buy anything and say I have 1,000. I want to feed myself in Nigeria. Can you respond to the inflation price?
See, the inflation price to me, it has always been on ground. Now, since the government cannot come up with a favorable policy now, you cannot always import goods and you want to have a thriving economy. It is impossible. Let the government devise means. The hardship is too much. Now, how much you used to buy a bottle of Coke before? 100 naira now. How much is it now? 120, 150. Now, when you make the economy, see, when you give license to one person controlling the economy, that is tends to happen. Now, Dangote alone has shares. That's a lot of shares in this country. Dangote alone now produce cement, produce sugar, produce one, and that is what monopoly market. So now Dangote dictates how much you want to sell his products. When there are no competition, you cannot have a thriving economy. The president has succeeded in killing the economy. When you give license to just one set of people, when there is no competition in the country, that is not the state of the nation. Please and please, this thing will continue to thrive and thrive until when government seek or find a way out. Nigerians are really lamenting. How much did you buy a bag of rice before? How much is it now? How much now? How much now? If you earn 50,000 naira, you are still not earning money. Because if a bag of rice is what equivalent to what minimum wage, what else? Won't you feed the family? And then again, this has what it has always been what an impediment and what impediment to what development because of the high rate of inflation. You cannot. Yesterday sef I wanted to the booker. I wanted to eat beans 100 and bread 100. The woman was telling me that see now there's no bread 100. The bread is now 150. I now have to use 15 naira and just support. Enough of all this. We cannot grow with all this. Let the government, if really they want to devise me, so let them devise me now. The federal government, when Buhari came on board, his campaign promises was just he want to revive agriculture. Ever since he came on board, he gave money to his cronies for them to grow rice now. Now, how many of the Nigerian rice have you seen that has spread the market? You've not seen Nigerian rice. You've not seen. Some persons have diverted the money. About 60 billion were given to the farmers in the north just to grow rice. Now, how many of Nigerian rice have you seen now? As the president set up a panel of inquiry on that. That where this money. Now people see Nigerian resources as just was I chop. That is it. Chop. That is it. And by so doing, my brother, Nigeria will never grow. Nigeria will remain in what? Abject poverty. It will be poverty upon poverty upon poverty upon poverty. With this nonsense.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. David. I have Mr. Kunle with me. Mr. Kunle, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing, man?
Yeah, how's everything?
Yeah, kudos for the good job you're doing. Yeah.
Our senators are lamenting that Nigeria's existence is under threat.
Your senators are saying what?
Our senators are lamenting that Nigeria's existence is under threat.
Sure, Nigeria's existence is under threat.
70% of illegal weapons in Africa.
Africa in different hands. Yeah, I could respond to that, right? And when we've been sleeping in the slumber, and we're just waking up in the slumber, and it's like too late. When you check the time, we're waking up, it's too late for us, right? So the deed has been done already. There has been importation, there have been infiltration of arms into this country. Where were they when all those arms were coming in? Where were they? So the existence, I'm even tired of it. Let everybody.
You're tired of this?
Yes, let everybody go their way. Let the southwest remain in southwest. Let the southeast go their southeast. Let the north go their north. Let's know who we are, and with the remaining people, even we're living together. A lot of insults. I've never seen people from extracts, another states, another regions coming down to insult you, indigenous of the place you are residing, and you are making your daily ends. So enough of that insult. I'm tired of that insult here. I'm referring to southeast, southwest issues. I don't know where the hatred. Let everybody go their way, and we know we can be able to govern ourselves. If I'm in southeast now, I'm in southwest now, I can easily access my leader. I don't have to go to Abuja to go and before I deal with him. I can easily access his family house. So that will bring governance closer to the people. Nigeria is just a big headache. A big country with a big head and with a big headache. So we should be tired of this country. Let everybody go their way. I'm even tired of all this United Nigeria they're calling me.
The division of Nigeria, your political elites, if they are not in support, you think it's going to be
we force them to support it. We force them to support it. The entity called Nigeria is a failed state already. Let's be truthful to ourselves. It's a failed state already. Look at what is happening all around. Look at Patani. Patani now that you are making a minister, he's been linked to saying some supporting statements about the Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, and he's been a supporter of terrorists before, in which was saying he has recounted his loyalty to them, but that can't be proven. So I don't know. And the same man that is still our communication minister. So where do you want to put that? And to me, the entity called Nigeria has to go their separate way, because we can no longer hold ourselves together. Any other thing?
Can you also comment on the high food prices, the inflation, the increase in food prices? Can you comment? Are you affected? Are you affected by any of this?
Sure. You know, I'll tell you, at times I go to market myself, because when with wife we have at home now, there's no amount you give them that can satisfy them, you know. So at times I'll look at, okay, in the way of helping her out, or in the way of, you know, satisfying myself likewise, because I can't just give somebody 5,000 to get me some food item, and they'll be complaining that why can't I try it myself? And I see my own bargaining power too. So it's not that I'm stinging about that, but it's an act of frustration at times. I go to market myself too. Things are so expensive now. Average Nigerian, how they survive, I don't know. How we survive in this country, I don't know. Without the government support, without the good governance, and we are still surviving. We are still catering for ourselves. I'm the government of myself. I provide light for myself. When I get home now, throughout last night, I have no fuel. I have to buy 1,000 fuel home when I was going home. I have no water. We drill borehole in my house. We pay for the borehole, right? And work. I'm a self-employed. I never worked under any government before, so I don't owe Nigeria any kobo the way I am now. So what's my existence of being in Nigeria when I don't benefit anything in the country? So I don't understand what the way we are in this country.
Okay. If that's it, Southeast should produce president or anything about it.
If Southeast produce president in this country, I'm not going to be part of this country, right? Because me, I don't want anybody producing any president. Let everybody go their way. Is a conducive terrain that will make a president be functioning well, be active. But the terrain we have now, there is no president you will bring. If you like, go and bring Gordon Brown, or what's it called, Boris Johnson. Go and bring Joe Biden. Go and bring Italian.
Putin.
No, not even Putin. Can't Putin out. Putin, I look Putin as a terrorist. So go and bring the Italian, French, president. What's it called? Macron. So you bring all of them together to come and rule this country. They will still never have peace. They will not have a way out. Nigeria is being structured like any president that comes. Can you imagine? We've been saying this. We've been telling all these fanatic tribal bigots around here that say my people are the one in power. I have to support them. The past administration, right? There was $600 million that was budgeted for security, to equip satellite, to equip CCTV in the whole Abuja and the satellite town where all these terrorists are penetrating from. You know, now what happened to the funds? It was just an IG, an ex-IG that was in power then, that just coming out, that the $600 million, which was even a loan, they shared it. That was all that lap pass, not this administration, no. So that you know there is no president you will bring. Southeast should look for how they will, go on their own way and form the Ebube state of Ebube. Not even security, I don't know what they call ASN security states, or they should give themselves another name, their country another name.
Not Biafra.
Biafra, if they want Biafra, they should go. But say producing president again. Yoruba telling me they want to produce president of lame president. Any president you produce now will be a lame president, because the cabal, they are sucking this country. They are still waiting for any president that is coming to power to deal with him.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kunle.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful work from
Thank
Mr.
you
Kunle.
very
I
much.
appreciate you, Mr. Kunle.
And I appreciate you too.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Wow, that's a wonderful one today on Bystanders on the Newsstand. We are also looking at various issues in the country and looking at how government attacked Abia State and Anambra State. There is still tension in the country. Now, Nigeria's existence under threat by senators is further telling us that there is a ploy that Nigeria is going towards extinction. But we pray that God gives us the grace that we keep Nigeria and also, however, restructure Nigeria. I'm coming to the end of Bystanders on the Newsstand this morning. I appreciate all our viewers and reviewers this morning from all over the world, and I also appreciate boss Fliptv Biodun Kukolu for giving me this opportunity. My name is Christian Chuku. Bye for now. We'll see you next time.